awareness by your favorite player there, Alan, who manages to pick off MJ as he was flanking the team, and it really got close, even though it didn't look like it would be a close round after Sunde picked off Wally after 4.5 seconds, Paul.
Yeah, it was one of those players I wanted to talk about at some point during this game is Sunde, because underrated throughout this tournament, underrated throughout the year. Arguably the best player of the season, arguably the best player here at the World Cyber Games. I would certainly put my money down as the best AWPer here at the WCG. 1 minute and 17 seconds remaining of this second round. No push so far from mTw. They're just waiting on this one to see whether SK decided to push out, and they haven't.
Looks like Wale tries a repeat there of his pistol round push through B hall. This time there's no one there, so he might be able to flank someone. Coming down lower dark here as Zed takes out MJE. This might actually become quite the predicament here for mTw.
Yeah, well, they SK loaded up short A as they waited for them to come in. There were 3 of them waiting. Zed got the pick in the end, and it's a nice play by them. They waited for MJ to shut, and now they push in towards the bomb site. Avy comes in with 1, he comes in with a 2nd, and that will flush them out right now. In that A bomb site, they'll be able to get inside this bomb site and plant. Well, they've got one more player to find inside. I think Robin's hiding around the corner, and he is. He dropped 1. Winslow come back in with the reply. Allen gets a 2nd. Zonic in on the final shot on Allen, and now what a far side 1v1 with Zonic, and they'll win the 1v1. But that's an expensive round for mTw.
Expensive, and they played it really stupidly also, and I think even it could have ended even better there for SK had Wale pushed through there a little bit earlier. He waited a little bit too long, perhaps playing too cautiously, but still it was a very expensive round for mTw, and they need to not lose as many players there on SK's save round.
So another save round for SK in this round, as Avy, as you can see, has just pushed in towards the B tunnels already. Spying up inside bomb site by the box. As well.
That's the way to play. We talked about this numerous times. He's utilizing the distance and his weapon there. So even though there are 2 SK players in there, they won't be able to take him out even if they try and rush him.
Actually, they've got 3 inside that bomb site right now. Nice setup from SK. mTw will just test out a few things with that grenade going in. A few shots through the wall from Avy as well. And where are they going to push? There's some flashes over on short lane. It looks like they're going to rotate back through B tunnels here. And yeah, indeed they are. MJ is going to be behind them. And they're going to creep in towards the bomb site, and this could be curtains for them.
It's going to be very, very interesting. Here we go.
1 inside the bomb site is whipped. Zek picks up 1, he gets a 2. Robin in with a grenade, that's 3 down already from SK. Zek gets a 4th, and we're back on 1v1! And Alan will clutch the round to bring SK Gaming back into the game. We said it could be curtains, it proved exactly that.
Nice USB fire there from Zed, a player that joined SK or came back to 1.6, joining SK before the ESL Challenge in Los Angeles earlier in October. SK won that tournament, but since then their results have been sort of deteriorating, while mTw just have performed latest a first place finisher in China. The score now, 2 for mTw, 1 for SK.
So the Danes lose effectively was a complete save round, and Wally's picked up 2 in this opening round. Alan and Zed have combined for another couple, and Zonic's last man standing with a sliver of health, which will be taken away from him by Tempole. So straightforward round from SK on CT side, and then he'll tie it up at 2-2.
Just a little background information on the map system here. Works the way that each team removes a map they do not want to play, and SK removed, Gudo told us, the mTw manager, SK removed Inferno and mTw removed Nuke here.
I don't think there was any surprise when we heard that from either team. Zed just sitting back inside B bomb site right now. Robin pushing forward. They've got 2 here pushing. Looks like they might be a little bit more aggressive this round and push short A. One is looking for a mid as well, as Avy will make his way towards that mid area, not behind the door as Wally thought he might be.
And mTw continues to leave their flanks open here. I wonder how long it's going to take until they have people guarding those flanks. It's not going to hurt them this round, but it might in later rounds.
Throw down short A as Avy gets the pick, and that was with the Galil on Wally. They've now pushed 2 on short A, make that three. Well, actually, they were going to push Wimp up there as well, but Wimp got taken down by Tempo, and Zet's come in on Avi as well now. So I think they've probably worked out where they're going to go. But the bomb is right down there at the moment, and it's stuck on short A. And although they've rotated back around, they've got to go and pick it up. And Sundar is the man that's going to go and try and pick that up now. We just switched away from him at the wrong point. And back with Alan. Sundar will down Alan though, and he is on that short A. Can he take him down? Robin though drops MJE inside the CT bomb. CT spawn as Zet will pick up the final kill, and clumsy round really from mTw.
They seem unfocused, unconcentrated. They dropped the bomb there, hit the site. Zonic died there for no reason whatsoever, and it's really weird play here in the initial rounds from mTw. They haven't looked very good, but SK on the other hand looks sharp.
So a little rewind on history from yesterday. We had the semi-finals. They weren't aired live or broadcast, although hang on a second, wait for this, because Wally has just pushed into B tunnel. He picks up that frag on Zonic as well. They've got Deagles only here, and Zet will wipe out Wimp as he approaches the bomb site. Alan picks up another one. MJ will down Wally with that Deagle. As MJ comes in with a double now inside that bomb site. Robin though dispatches him with a grenade, and Sundar now with less than 20 health will be an easy pick for Jimmy Allen. And as we said, going back to yesterday's semi-finals, weren't televised. We watched both of them. I was literally running from one side of the arena to the other one, as you were. And they were strange games. They really were. And mTw, despite the fact that they were phenomenal against MYM in the quarterfinal, they weren't phenomenal. I think that's probably the easiest way of saying it. They weren't phenomenal against the Norwegians. And I don't know whether they got found out, whether they just had a bad game or whatever. But they seem to have carried on, although Sundar, there's the AWP I was talking about, as... well, that's commentator's curse for you. He's striking right there. Does pick off the first kill of the round through mid.
And Zet managed to equalise there.
He
with
did.
A pick of his own.
I don't know. Do you think they've started off very much like they ended yesterday? A little bit sloppy, a little bit, not quite as sharp as they were against the Poles.
I don't really recognise the way they're playing right now, because when they were playing against Norway, they took it down a notch. Right now, they just seem, like you said, they seem disorganised and clumsy. Well, and I haven't seen them play like this in tournaments so far.
Wally picking up the frag on Wimp there with the headshot on the B tunnels, low B tunnels. Wally spying window right now as Sundar's moved towards the mid. Bomb is with MJE right now.
40 seconds left in the round.
Yeah.
And, figure out what they're doing. Right now, it looks like they're discussing, really, moving back and forth into those lower halls. Before it looks like they're finally committing to the B site here with all three players. Zet and Wally's going to be waiting for him.
Yep, Zonic's a little bit too far behind here. MJ is going to lead that charge in towards the bomb site. Hasn't spied anything so far. Zet waiting with that flashbang in hand. Wally picks up one. Zet with the second. Zet with the third. And there's no answer right now to SK.
I just read an article here on Godfrag about Zet's stats since he came back from 1.6.
Not good, not good. I read the same article. Not very good at all.
He doesn't put up the big numbers that he used to, but so far in this game, he's been playing very, very well.
Yep.
He came into WCG here with a -17 after the tournaments in China, Montreal, and Los Angeles. Stats from Dubai were not available, but right now I think he's the SK player that's making the biggest dent in mTw.
I'd have to agree with you. He certainly stepped it up here with the WCG, and maybe that's what he needed. Just needed that one extra tournament. It takes a little while to get back into the game, as Element will tell you as well, although he's had considerably more time away from the game, although he hasn't been playing Counter-Strike Source. So here we go, through the mid. They are eco-rushing through that middle area. Sundar picks up that first block kill. Zet, Tempo and Alan, though, combined. Tempo will grab his second, and he's third. Say goodnight, Zonic. Say goodnight, mTw. 6-2.
The referees are over there talking to the SK players, telling them to be quiet after they're dead.
There's a bit of that yesterday as well in the semi-final from all four teams. In fact, I think got some kind of warning at some point. I saw Norway getting warned. I saw SK getting warned.
It's one of the big discussions whether or not to allow that kind of.
It is hard. It is hard to monitor, and it is hard to be fair about it as well. I hate the fact that you could lose a round eventually for it as well. I hope we never get that. I know we've had that in the past, but I just hope we don't get anything like that in the final. It's a very early warning for SK after all. So
see here, looks like mTw is making their way up the catwalk stairs area, ready to hit that A-bomb site. And SK are there with 4 players already.
Yeah, it does look as if SK have worked this one out very early on indeed. Tempolno drops down, he's flashed out, and he's had to drop down into mid. He will be dropped as well. Zonic finally picking up that frag.